Hey y'all, hey, good morning. It is your girl Nurse T. You're watching this video, you're watching it because that title caught your eye. You're interested in this tummy tuck, at this free tummy tuck. If you're in the Houston area, that is the only criteria. If you're in the Houston area, actually no, I take that back. Even I believe in Dallas area as well. There is a research center in Dallas as well, but I'm in Houston, Texas, and I signed up for this research center that offers free tummy tucks. So if you're interested, stay tuned. All right, y'all. So I just figured since I'm running late to boot camp, I'll take y'all along with me, and I'll take you along the ride with me as I share this information. I've actually had the clips in my phone recorded for a minute now, and I've just figured when would be the best time to post this. Well, I'm going to go ahead and post it now. I never made time to sit down because I thought I was going to make a video of me actually going through the process, but unfortunately it didn't work that way for me. I went through the process to a certain extent, and then the rest was history. So I'm going to share with you how to get to the process that I got all the way up to, and then hopefully you can continue with the procedure. So basically, how did I find out about this? So if you watch some of my other channels, videos or whatever, I usually do routine body maintenance with Alexis at Body Contouring Goddess, somewhere here in Houston, Texas. And I told her one day, I was like, I work out. I've had 3 kids, and sometimes working out, I look good. However, you eat that one meal, and I'm sure some of y'all feel me on it. Sometimes you might eat that one meal that reminds you, or you might look like you haven't been working out or whatever. Maybe it's just a mind thing, but yeah. So the opportunity presented itself. I mentioned to her, I'm doing this body maintenance stuff, but I'm still not against one day perhaps getting a tummy tuck or some lipo or whatever, whatever I want to do to further be the woman and look like the woman that I want to look like, with curves and all. So anywho, she said, oh, I meant to tell you there's a research center where I believe she had a tummy tuck through or whatever, or she know of some people as well that she referred, they went through, whatever. So the research is not the tummy tuck. The tummy tuck is not the research part. The research part is the actual medication. The medication, before they bring medication to the market, they want to see how do the people who get tummy tucks, as well as whatever other abdominal procedure, how can this effectively help to manage the pain. So I think the company was called Vertex or something. It was a pharmaceutical company, which in turn the doctor that I was gonna have that do my procedure, he's double board certified. He was located here in Bel Air, Texas. He has his own plastic surgeon office. He does good work. I'm sure he was pretty pricey, whatever. But I guess he's also affiliated with this research center. So basically, the research center pays him. So it's not free on his end or whatever. So they're going to get paid. However, with us, we're here to experience the medication. And like I said, the person who actually went through and went successful with it and experienced the experimental medication said she didn't feel a thing, nothing. Compared to the women now who are getting tummy tucks, they they have the Expadol shot that they give. They have other medications that they give you to help manage your pain. But like I said, they constantly bring in new stuff to the market. And so this is how they bring it. They test it before it becomes FDA approved, whatever. So anyways, I'm going to actually insert the clips of when I was going through the process, basically where it started. I was going in, signing up. I got to the part where I did my labs. So I did my labs. We'll go ahead and get to that part now. The labs, the assessment by the doctor, and them going over some information, and then I'll jump back in and go over some more information with you. Alright, y'all, so they just brought me to the back. I had to come and read over these consent forms, and when the girl walked me here, she was like, "You here for the tummy tuck?" I said, "Yeah." And then she was just like, "Good luck." I'm like, "Okay, how is it? Is it like how the doctor?" She was like, "It just depends on the doctor you get." The hell you mean? So we're gonna check that out and see before I agree to any of this. Okay, y'all, so at this point I went over consent forms. I just had my weight checked, my height. I gave them some urine. They brought me a copy of my consents, and we discussed everything. And honestly, I was like, I should have been recording it so that y'all can know. But I'm gonna try to read back what they were saying. And then they gave me this card. Most important, this card. There's a card in here that's gonna anything that we do together, the payments gonna be deposited on the card. So they'll pay me for this visit, they'll pay me for just different stuff. But yeah, so y'all, they just finished my EKG. It was like a three study EKG, whatever. So I had to take my jewelry off, and now I'm watching a video. Yes, after this, I do believe we're gonna be drawing my labs. If everything goes well with my labs and the doctor is okay with my history, my labs, everything, then I'll have another date that I come in and actually meet the doctor. So in the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna be researching the doctor. The doctor is actually a doctor who has his own practice, but he also works along with this research company. So he has his own plastic surgeon office where he does work, and I kind of like looked at the site, so he looks pretty legit. But the main thing is not about the tummy tuck. It's just about, they're gonna do tummy tuck and muscle repair. They're not gonna do lipo, but I'm gonna see if I can talk him into doing some lipo. But if anything, at least get that fupa, because that's something that I have a hard time getting rid of in the gym. Lipo sucks the fat out of you. I can eat right, I can eat right, I can exercise for that. But as far as, and sometimes that little pouch at the bottom, after you've had 3 kids and a C-section, that can be a little more challenging to get rid of. So if all works well, this will be covered, tummy tuck, abdominoplasty with muscle repair. So yeah, they already gave me a card. Anytime I need do anything, they're gonna be putting money on it. And again, like I said, I'll explain it a little more when I'm away from the clinic. I'm kind of show the lab. All the lab work, lots of tubes.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
He's a Dr. Denani. Medium, sir. You did large? I think.
Alright, y'all, so I'm done with the screening. I have to come back on the 19th, for January 19th for my COVID swab, and then they'll get my labs back and see if I'm still eligible. So they do have complimentary valet, so I'm going to pick up my car. So basically, in the clip, they were going over the information. I showed you the consent. I showed you when I got there, I found out that not only is the tummy tuck free, you will also be paid to do it. Now, how are you paid? You can actually be paid up to like $1,000 to do this procedure. So the first part that I've done, which was to get my labs drawn, I got my labs drawn. It just doing the labs alone, that was like $120. So they came in, they brought me the card because I've already done that part. If I would have went in and did the pre-op and then actually had the surgery, after the surgery, they will give you an additional $300. And then after that, when you go to post-op, they give you another amount. And then any visit after that, they add to your card or whatever. So they put all so they put all the money on the card and, you know, whatever. So I had my labs drawn. Then, unfortunately, I received a phone call when they went over my labs and they told me one of my labs was high. Now, I do have like one of my electrolytes that's usually high, and it's been that way. I recently started taking the medication to help lower it. The other alternative is to have a surgery. And even if you have the surgery, then you got to be on another medication to replace like your hormone therapy and all this other stuff. So if I got to be on medication anyway, let me try to see if the medication going to lower it before I even do the surgery. So anyways, and pretty much at some point, I'm pretty much going to have the surgery. It's a surgery to remove one of my overactive thyroids or whatever. It's causing me to produce too much of a certain electrolyte. So anyways, when they drew my lab, the electrolyte was pretty elevated, actually more elevated than it had ever been. And it was a concern. So I called my endocrinologist, and I'm like, before I even started taking the medication to lower it, you would think taking the medication to lower it that it would have went down after all this time, but it actually went up higher than it has ever been. And like I said, I've been dealing with this for like some time or whatever. But so anywho, my doctor was like, I'm almost concerned that you should go to the ER. So guess what your girl did? Your girl went to the ER, and here's the clip for that. Yeah, so after going to the ER, they drew my blood, and a miracle, like I was so close to normal. I was like half a point away from normal. So I'm like, how did they get such a higher reading? And the repeat was like 0.5 away from normal. No, not even 0.5. Like less than a point away from normal. And so anywho, womp womp womp. So that was epidemic fail. But a lot of people have actually went through with it. They enjoy their results, so I just wanted to bring it to you, because I can't reapply for another 6 months. But they do other stuff too, like bunions. They do research for cancer. They, like I said, the tummy tuck. And that girl actually told me, look, in 6 months, just please reapply. Please, we already got a lot of information. Just reapply so that we just do your labs again, blah, 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 whatever. So I kind of been telling my family members, and I'm telling you. So if you're in the area, I didn't really question it or whatever. Like I always say, God's rejection is your protection. Perhaps it just wasn't the right time. But by me having my labs redrawn and they were so close to normal, they probably didn't accept me. But I took that information in those labs and I just went somewhere else. So stay tuned. But anyways, yeah. So for those of you who are interested, once again, this is not an experimental tummy tuck. No way whatsoever. That doctor was double board certified in the Bel Air area. When you look him up, he's one of the most expensive ones probably. But anyways, it was more so of the medication. You either would get the Vertex, you would get the Narco, or you'll get a placebo. So if you get the Narco, you go home. You get the placebo, you go home. If you get the Vertex, then you stay overnight and you stay, I thought it would be cool that, you'll be monitored. You'll be in a hospital. So yeah, if you actually, after the tummy tuck and they give you the medicine, you're not going to know which medicine you got, So if you get the medication, the actual drug, then they're going to add that extra $300 on your card. And so anyways, once they told me that, so basically when I went to the ER and my lab came back pretty much 1 point away from normal, whatever, And I tried to submit that to them. The girl really tried to help me, but she was like, with it being a research company, all labs had to be normal. And one thing they don't do is repeat labs. So even though, they can't repeat labs and they can't accept outside labs. So even though the lab I had drawn at the hospital wasn't acceptable, she was trying to push it to see if they was trying to see was it an error or what may the case be. But you know, like it was such a big jump, and like I didn't really do anything different to bring the number all the way down, you know. So I don't understand like what made the significant difference or whatever. So anywho, but yeah, if I left out anything that I truly wanted to say, I'll end up posting it once I put all these clips together or whatever. But keep in mind, I'm still going to be showing you the process that I was going through as if I was going to get it done. But unfortunately, I got stopped at that point when the labs came back and I went to the ER and blah, 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 blah. So as always, if you're still watching this, if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so that you don't miss an upload. Because again, after all of that work, I couldn't get it for free, but I did decide to do it on my own. So yeah, I will be having some more videos, some more vlogs, some body enhancing vlogs, something that I've been wanting to do for so long, but I never did because I was nervous. And I'm more of the type of person that I'm halfway between keep stuff to yourself, but then I'm halfway between, girl, you only have one life to live. Like, I ain't, you know, like, why lie? I'm an upfront type of person. It's just easier that way. Alright, y'all, I'm like a second away from pulling up to my trainer office. And that's another thing. A lot of people be like, girl, you look good, blah, 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 blah. Girl, you looking good. Won't you back that thing up now? But yeah, people like, you look good, blah, blah, blah. But you're a mother of 3. You had a C-section. I'm tired of hiding my little fupa. I work out. I'm no stranger to the gym. And one thing about any procedure you do have to work out. It's the ones that go get the procedures that don't work out because they think that surgery is everything. No, that's just the enhancement to help you jumpstart whatever you're trying to get to or whatever. And so I've always got to where I was trying to get to, but not all the way. So this is just an extra boost to help me. But anyways, yeah. So I'll see you in the next one.